Hey, GW coming to you live. I was going to actually jump on here yesterday or Saturday and talk about the big story about Danny Masterson's rape trial and the implications that had. But Saturday morning was a very, very bad morning for me and my wife as well. See, Saturday morning, it uh, it rained down here really, really, really bad. And our basement was flooded. I have lost countless things. I still have to assess the damage, see what's going on. I was battling that damn flood pretty much all day, and to the point where I had to actually call for help because outside of our garage door, guys, was about 2 feet of water. And there's a road right up ahead of us that PennDOT was working on. And don't you guys know that all the water was coming down from there, pulling into the back of our driveway? In fact, we had, like I said, 2 to 3 feet of water outside our garage door. Not to mention, it had come pulling in, barreling in rather, to our basement, flooded our basement, got into my room downstairs, flooded the laundry room, and it was just like it would be something you'd see out of the Titanic. And once we got it all cleared up, I mean, there's carpet down there that's still wet. I got countless stuff that's damaged I have to go through. And the one thing that I want to sort of talk about today is the fact that, you know, it's easy for us people who don't really have a lot of these. I don't know if you want to call it a natural disaster, a flood, whatever you guys want to call it. I just call it torrential downpour. You know, it's easy for us to sit back and say, okay, it's not going to happen to us, so I shouldn't be worried. And I admit, guys, I was one of those people. You know, you hear about hurricanes, you feel bad for people, you never donate, but you know, you hope to God, you tell people, hey, I hope they get off their feet, you know, and get going, you know, get themselves back to where they were. But when this happens, it really puts it right in front of your doorstep, literally, and dealing with it, not on a grand scale by any means. Now, over here, too, the local church, the basement had flooded. I heard they had 2 to 3 feet of water. Their stairs go straight down from street level, so they were flooded out. The neighbor across the street, his basement, which was on level ground, actually, his whole building got flooded out. He's still cleaning up. I see him every now and, time to time out there, doing around. Um, so I'm not going to be at work today or tomorrow because, not only is the damage critical, but I have carpet down there that's soaking wet. And it's just a mess. So my plan, like I said originally, was to come on here and talk about Danny Masterson, which I may actually do here in a second, just to get my mind off the fact I got to go downstairs for the rest of the day and finish cleaning up. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Danny Masterson rape trial. First of all, I don't know much about the trial, but I know the verdict was read Friday, and it seemed like one of those deals that whenever it was read, it was sort of like the OJ case. It boomed from every angle of the workplace, and you saw it on your phone. I came home. That's all I did see as I saw it. So it was a big deal. My thoughts on it. First of all, one of the first things I want to address is people keep saying, yeah, there's reruns of the 70s show on Peacock. Why don't they take them off? There's the Ranch still on Netflix. Why don't they take it off? Well, here's the problem, guys. And here's why they won't take it off. Because first of all, you got to remember that that character is not the central focal point of the story. You know, Stephen Hyde was actually a character on there. He wasn't the main guy. He was like, he became the main guy in a few episodes, but Danny Masterson's character was not the main character of the show. So they're not going to take it off. And honestly, there's no controversial way that they could. Because if you start pulling the 70s show, you're going to pull basically the entire series off of Netflix or Peacock. That thing has been in syndication since as long as I can remember. So they're not going to take that off the air. The Ranch, they're not going to take off the air because Netflix owns it. And unless Netflix has a problem, a very big problem, they're not going to yank it off. Plus, in that particular show, like in the 70s show, you have Ashton Kutcher and Sam Elliott, who round out the cast as well. And I think that's Sam Elliott, I believe. Yeah. So they're not going to touch that. Okay. The other thing is that I don't know much about Danny Masterson. I remember hearing about this, the first rape trial, probably as the 70s show ended. And I don't know. I don't know what happened. I can't speculate if the guy's guilty or not, but I can tell you this. I've never seen him do any other projects outside of those two. Starbucks, Breakfast of Champions. So I've never seen that. I've also don't know much about him as an actor. He never comes out. He never does anything. He pretty much stays to himself. Now, his lawyer did say that they are going to counter appeal the case. So if convicted, he's looking at 15 to 30 years to life. And some of these movie stars and some of these celebrities, I get it. They feel like they're entitled to do whatever they wanted. In fact, there's a prime example of that same mentality in Showgirls. If you guys ever watch Showgirls, the end scene where one of the end scenes where Joe Esterhazy's character is a famous musician and he ends up raping that black girl, an African American girl that's Nomi's best friend. And he did it because he felt like he had power. He could do whatever he wanted. Now, I don't know if Hollywood is like that, but I can tell you I have met people in my life who feel that way, you know? Vanilla, best flavor. So, boiling it down to the fact that maybe he did feel like he could get away with it. Maybe he didn't do it. Maybe he was being set up. I don't know. I really haven't been following the case. But what bothers me is, like I said, people keep bitching about how they want these shows taken off the air. They're not going to take the shows off the air. You know? For them to take the shows off the air, the creator of them would have to have a dispute with an actor, much like the 2.5 Men situation with Charlie Sheen. You know, Charlie Sheen had it. They got into it with Chuck Lorre back and forth, and next thing I know, you know, and the whole world knows, Charlie is asked to leave that show, and basically he doesn't come back. Had that would have happened with this show, no one would have said anything. Now, I was shocked too because I knew the verdict was going to come down this month. I didn't know when. But like I said, it boomed from every area of the workplace. And it was crazy because it was almost a redoing of the OJ verdict. The one thing I have noticed, though, is anytime I watch a video of Danny Masterson walking into court or standing upside, you know, in the courtroom, he's very calm. It's like you could tell the dude, hey, we want your dreams. You're giving them to us. And the dude would just sit there and be like, you know, very calm, very laid back individual. I don't know if he did it or not. I'm not saying he's guilty or innocent. I'm just saying the whole situation is crazy. And you know what? Now it's funny because you'll never watch the '70s show the same way again because everyone's going to look at Danny Masterson's character, Stephen Hyde. And we got interrupted by a cat. Stephen Hyde's character is a pedophile. Or a rapist, rather. Apparently the cat wanted his 5 minutes of fame. But yeah, that's the thing. The '70s show is going to be tarnished because everyone's going to look at that character and think differently of him. So there's that. Now I want to show you guys the road that flooded yesterday. And I don't know, I got to hold the phone. I think backwards. We're going to try. I'm going to show you where the water was coming down. And I'll show you Saturday how it flooded. Okay? I'll try. Alright guys, you see that road right there? Well, all the water was coming down into there, and as you can see, it pulls up into that little right there, and it just flooded my garage. So PennDOT's doing some work up there, but you can see that's a pretty damn narrow slope there. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it, guys. I don't know. But I know that I'm cleaning up pretty much. I've been cleaning up Saturday and Sunday and now today. And it's not fun. And you know what? Anybody that says, you know, my basement floods, no big deal. Well, let them lose some stuff. Let them go through. Let them assess water damage. So I just wanted to tell you guys that and tell you why I haven't been on. And I know a lot of people are going to be skeptical why I'm not at work or why I haven't been on. Partially the reason is, guys, when I shoot these videos, I do it after I watch a movie downstairs. Well, I can't really do that right now because it's sopping wet. So that's that. In the meantime, one other announcement, if you guys don't know, and I'm happy to report. This week, me and my wife are celebrating 16 years of wedded bliss. I know you guys have never seen her. She doesn't like being in front of the cameras. You know what I mean? She doesn't like her picture taken, even though I tell her she's the most beautiful girl in the world. And I think she is, guys. I really do. Got married September 15th, 16 years ago. And you know what? Anybody could tell their wives or their husbands, you know what? You're the best thing that ever happened to me. But I really mean it. Lately, she doesn't know it, but she has been so amazing to me. And she has been so generous, so caring. She's just been put under a lot of pressure at work. But sometimes people don't know what they do for the other person. And I know there's been a bunch of rumors. I've been working with my girl Breezy Lynn. She's been helping me at work. I've been helping her. And there's rumors going around that I'm seeing her. Yeah, okay. First of all, anybody that knows me knows that there ain't nobody in this world that can ever touch my wife in any shape, fashion, or form. Number two, you know, we've been married this long, and I think that solidifies the fact that we have something very special. Now, the key to a long relationship, guys, is compromise. And my man Mitch, I know you're going to be at the altar one day. I know you're going to be there. Remember what I'm telling you. Compromise, bro. Let them have their way, and then you can have your way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm surprised, really, when I sit back and I look at my life, how much crap she has put up with, and she is an angel of a woman. And that's how I'm going to end this, because I think I covered everything. I mean, we even had a cat jumping in here, you know, so hey, it's good. So I'm going to be cleaning up floodwater for the next couple of days. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. And if this ever happens to you with the flood, you know, my first thought was, yeah, I was pissed off. Yeah, I was mad that things happened. But you know what? It's nothing that can't be fixed. And it's not like Dawn, my wife Dawn, got hurt. It's not like our house got destroyed. These things can be put back. And once I had that mindset, I was a little bit less upset. So, anyway, it's GW. See you on the flip side. Hopefully, everything's put back next time I'm on here.